Welcome back, guys, to Fire Emblem Engage, where our ninth session begins indeed, as said by Cheer There by Claw. With chapter 23 now standing before us, with 2 story chapters just done, with a character that dies and lives and dies and lives and lives and dies and dies and lives. See, earlier on in chapter 10, that wasn't a mishap. That's just how the plot goes, right? That's just what the main character experiences on an everyday basis. I was just literally showing you that. That's fine. I was just adding to the plot. I was foreshadowing, you could say. But still, we are back alive, and so emblemy good and emblemy fresh. We've got our blue tint. We must smell like some kind of mint. I don't know. Let's stop rambling and let's start the show. So with a couple of skirmishes done, that does mean we have a few more supports to do, but not that many, as we look to now go on to 2 more paralogs to even the score after doing 2 chapters. So shall we begin referencing our support? We got 1 bond as well. Saline's got some bond up with Tiki.
Why, hello, Tiki. I see your smile is as radiant as ever.
It's impossible not to be cheerful when surrounded by so many amazing people.
Always the hands on the hips pose, eh? Saline's trying to grow up. The living embodiment of too much hair. Well, we've got a few supports, as you can see, with our back party and, of course, with our recreation going on. I didn't really manage to grow too much from recreation because, let's put it this way, it's kind of hard to do so. You do need to put in quite a few battles to then get the final supports done. But we did get Elyos and Timera up to a B, so that should be fine with every Lord, Prince, Princess type character, he says. Well, we probably should work on Vale a little bit more. Probably.
Thanks, Divine One. You really saved my bacon.
I was happy to help. I will say, I wasn't expecting our picnic to turn into a 2-person raid on the bandits' hideout.
Really? That's how most of my picnics go, to be honest.
When you invited me, you said we'd be eating meat together.
And I was telling the truth. You got a nice big helping, right?
Yes, I was stuffed. I only wish you had said something like, "I've found the bandits' camp, so let's barge in, take them out, and then grill up some meat." That would have been more, accurate.
So wordy, though. My way was much more concise.
That's one way to look at it. Still, you never cease to amaze. You take it upon yourself to help root out bandits.
What, is that not normal? I'm just protecting my people. I thought that's what royalty was supposed to do.
You say something completely radical, like it's the most obvious thing in the world.
That's my charm.
I'm confused. Did they eat the bandits? Sounded for a bit like they ate the bandits. Sure, but that increases Timera and Elyos' bond. Now, there is actually stuff about that, because as soon as I went into a skirmish map, it actually gave me a tutorial on what this means. So I should probably check that out. Bond effects, Dragon's Fist. Magic attack wielded by Emblem Eirika. If user initiates combat, attacks twice, uses magic. Yeah, sure. It's too much confusion. Now, I found a page where this was in, but I do wonder if I can find it again now. I think it's in Guide. And then it's probably in Emblems. But yeah. These are the 2 tutorials that came up when I went to a skirmish. So, Emblem Eirika can use Engage Plus on any ally, so Emblem Eirika has to use it on an ally, putting both units in an engaged state without the need to sync. So you can force someone into another engage by the look of it, which sounds quite good for Lyn, when you think about, popping people off a range. The sync skill Bond Forger increases the hit and avoid rate avoidance of the user and nearby synced or engaged allies. The engaged weapon Relation increases, I'm sure I said that right, increases all adjacent allies' engage meters by 1 when the wielder initiates combat and defeats a foe, which is pretty cool. The engage skill Attune greatly increases engaged partner stats when they initiate combat and defeat a foe, which is very cool. The engaged attack Dragon Blast launches both a sword and magic attack, dealing heavy damage even to foes with high defense and res. And apart from that, we also go, I didn't mean to go that far out. Emblem Eirika's bond tutorial. Unlike other emblems, Emblem Eirika's bond level is tied to the ally support level instead of bond experience. No support level translates to bond level 1. Support C translates to bond level 5. B to bond level 10 and A to bond level 20. So these are the new things. Sure, I'm sure I remember to use that on the battlefield in anywhere near a right way. Jade and Lyndon have a support. Jade's ridiculous with Hector.
Sir Lyndon? What are you doing?
Ah, Jade, hello. I was just baking some pastries with thunder magic. I prefer them to be a bit thunder-cooked. Oh, my. What is that book you're holding, I wonder? I've read just about every book ever written, but I don't believe I recognize that cover.
I would be amazed if you had. This is one of my novels. I wrote it myself.
Oh, my stars, how wonderful! Please, you must let me read it.
You want to read my book? I'll warn you, it's a bit lighter in tone than you might prefer.
So, it's a comedy, huh? I see. Well, that only deepens my interest. I could do with a refreshing rise in tone. Is there any way I could convince you to let me read it? What if I baked some pastries for you? Would that help to seal the deal?
No need for that, though I appreciate the offer. I would be honored just to hear your thoughts. Unless you don't care for it, that is. Then we'll both pretend we never had this conversation.
Ah, so you will let me read it? Thank you, Jade.
Bad puns are bad? No, they're not. That was a great pun. Undercooked is great. Also, I quite like my pastries a bit undercooked as well, to be perfectly fair. So I respect the old man Lyndon. Yeah. But don't compare me. He's got hair. Lyndon and Boucheron have a support. He's a warrior now, by the way.
My, what happened here to bring you to such a state?
Oh, I found a book lying around. But when I started reading it, it was so moving that I couldn't hold back the waterworks.
A tragedy, is it? Tell me more.
It's a story of a great sage known only as El.
Oh? Tell me more about this El fellow.
It starts off with El as a young boy who's at the top of his class at an academy in Elusia. Then, it follows him as he becomes a royal soldier, even ending up as the prince's retainer.
I'm with you so far.
The prince was supposed to ascend the throne, but it ended up being somebody else instead. The prince left the castle in frustration. El just stands there, stunned as he goes. That was too sad to take, so I don't know what happens next.
Oh, you poor thing. Here, dry your eyes.
Thank you, sir. You know, lots of books make me cry, but this one hit me really hard for some reason. I'm thinking about the prince's bitterness and the way El felt to see him go. It's just too tragic.
You got me invested now. If you keep reading, do tell me how it turns out.
Sure thing, sir.
And you can keep the handkerchief.
I mean, if you gave it to him, you would expect him to use it. I don't get that kind of stuff. Giving someone a handkerchief to use and then just like, well, they're obviously going to like face all over for it. So what did you expect? Do we have to see more Lyndon and Boucheron supports to hear the story of El? I don't know. Marin and Amber have a support.
Amber, I have a question. How does a knight from the Kingdom of Brodia train?
Why do you want to know about that?
To be honest, I've always admired Brodian knights. And I'm just curious. Your country is called the Kingdom of Warriors. So your training methods must be extraordinary.
We do crank out a lot of strong warriors, but I think that's due to the terrain. Most of Brodia is just cliffs and ravines. It's not great for traditional farming, you know? The focus in many villages is on mining and such, so folks tend to grow sturdy and strong.
I see. So strength training is just part of daily life then?
For most people, yeah. I grew up on an alpaca ranch, so my daily chores were a bit different.
Alpacas? Those rare critters of notoriety? That's fantastic! I adore critters with all my heart, rare ones especially. If you worked on a ranch, you must know all about them. Please, tell me what you know.
Well, first off, alpacas are super fluffy, but also, they're really cute. There is a lot of spitting, though. You have to watch out for that.
Spitting? Magnificent! I'm sure I wouldn't mind alpaca spit one bit.
Trust me, you would. It takes forever to get the smell out of your clothes. Or hair. I don't mean to brag, but I've become an expert alpaca spit dodger. Ha! Wah! That's just a couple of your basic spit evasion moves. What? Wah! Why do rocks always sabotage my cool moves?
I'd expect nothing less from a Brodian knight. Very impressive.
Huh?
Brodian knights aren't just strong. They're spry enough to pull off a pratfall. Well played. You really must teach me the secret to your strength sometime soon.
You enjoyed that? Then, yeah, that was all planned. I am the picture of strength and agility.
Amber's in. Just existing is enough. Bandoleo and Fogado reached an A, so we can finally see the conclusion of the I want to party all the time and Fogado doesn't really want to, or?
Pandreo, I am ready to make a confession.
Okay, I'm ready. What do you wish to confess?
You see, I lied to my friend. To you.
Huh?
It's the war, Pandreo. I'm not sure we can win. Our enemies are getting stronger. I'm so worried for the future, I can barely sleep. The other day, when I told you I was distracted because of the party, that was a lie. I just couldn't stop thinking about all the people who could die on my watch.
Oh, buddy.
I'm not the happy-go-lucky guy you think I am. I know, it's my job to keep a smile on. I'm so damn scared, Pandreo.
I appreciate you telling me.
Only after pulling the wool over your eyes.
Nah, don't flatter yourself. I saw right through it.
You did?
Of course. How gullible do you think I am? I can tell when my friend's feeling blue. I'm not a prince, so I won't pretend I can fix it. Or that I really know what you're feeling. But what I can do is promise that I'll always support you. As your retainer and your friend. So don't worry. Let me rephrase that. Worry to your heart's content. I'll still be here.
That's all I need.
Good. Because at the end of the day, that's all I can offer.
Huh. That's strange. My vision's gone blurry.
Hey. Crying's not allowed, you hear? Because if you do, I'm gonna.
No, not crying. Not quite, at least.
Phew. You know, this reminds me. It was during a confession you told me you were the prince.
That's right. I used to go to your parents' church all the time. You and I were fast friends.
And then you dropped that on me. Easily one of my top 5 most interesting confessions. I almost forgot to breathe. I was so shocked.
Well, you were looking for Panette. I had to tell you she'd become my sister's retainer. And if you didn't know I was the prince, you wouldn't have bought it.
And the next thing you said was even more shocking. You turned to me and asked,
how's a job as my retainer sound?
That's right. That brings me back. The 7 most beautiful words I've ever heard. And as your retainer, I'm not just here for the highs, all right? I'm here for the lows, too. Whether you need a buddy on the dance floor or a shoulder to cry on. I can be that.
Thank you, Pandreo. I gotta say, I'm gladder than ever that I was so honest in my confession back then.
I think I just heard something that hasn't been mentioned yet in the middle of all that. Pantaleo and Panette. Okay. I see where this makes sense now. I feel like we should build a support here to confirm. Anyway, Zelkov has 2 supports. Or Boucheron has 2 supports, but Zelkov probably has 2 supports too. Oh, I was wrong. Boucheron! We love Boucheron! With Zelkov at the B.
Ah, Boucheron. What became of the forest sage situation?
Well, I tried to meet them, but I got lost on the way.
An unforeseen turn of events, to be sure.
It was strange, though. I took a nap in an empty cave, and when I woke up, there was a letter from the forest sage.
Go on.
It was full of encouragement, like, you're close, you got this, and don't give up.
Extraordinary.
That's not all. It explained which wrong turns I'd made to get so lost, and it offered advice on what I could do to get better at finding my way.
I wonder about the motivations of this so-called forest sage. They could have simply left the medicine with this note, but chose not to do so. Why?
It must be really important for some reason that I make it to that cabin.
A mysterious sage, to say the least.
Yeah, I've made up my mind, though. I'm going to reach that cabin no matter what.
I admire your determination. Allow me once more to wish you luck.
Thanks. Fingers crossed that next time I'll have good news for you.
It's interesting. I think I've actually forgot the first phase of this one completely. Which leaves me like, Because it's not about, like, a random personality trait. If you know what I mean. Like, we want to really get this across really strongly. Gold Mary and Boucheron.
Hello, Boucheron. I hope you don't mind that I made lunch for you.
Oh, really? Oh, just for me, huh?
Just for you. The main course is chicken on skewers with roasted vegetables. The sides include a small omelet, some lightly toasted bread, and fresh fruit for a treat.
This is incredible. Not only does it smell great, the presentation is practically professional.
I'm sorry if it looks too perfect. Disturbing it must feel like upsetting the world's balance. But I hope you can find the courage. I made it especially for you, after all.
Don't worry, I'm about to dig in right now. It tastes as good as it smells. This might be one of the most delicious meals I've ever had.
I'm sorry, but is that really all you have to say?
Come again?
It seems like I deserve a bit more praise than that. And could you speak up, please?
You want more compliments? What else is there to say?
What else is there to say? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to answer such a dim-witted question.
This got spicy all of a sudden.
There are infinite ways to compliment perfection. You barely gave me one. Surely you can think of at least a few more.
You know, Gold Mary, I'm starting to get the idea that you're a little bit demanding.
I mean, if she made you this full course meal kind of thing, just out of the blue, with no prior real relationship having developed, yeah, it's a bit weird. Gold Mary support is weird so far. Etienne and Gold Mary.
Another delicious looking spread for dinner. Ooh, and they've got baked potatoes tonight. Lucky for me, there's still one left. Gotta get my starches in after all. Feels like everything's going my way.
Oh, I'm gonna step in here. Excuse me.
Did you just... That baked potato was mine.
Then you should have taken it instead of staring at it.
Ugh. This is just the kind of thing I'd expect an Elysian to do.
Only when there are Pyrenees in the way.
I don't think you want to push this with me, lady. Hand over the baked potato.
Respectfully, I decline.
You decline? That's a fine thing to say for a potato thief.
I can't steal what wasn't yours to begin with. Any authority figure would agree.
That's it. No more talk. Give me that potato.
No.
You can't just eat it.
Delicious. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment there. What were you saying?
Ugh. Have it your way, but don't think this is over. You're gonna pay.
Wow, there's like loads more spots I'd like to continue on getting up, but we only have a few recreation spots. There's a war between Etier and Gulmary, and Boucheron and Gulmary's just weird as well, so doing well with those guys, I guess. Are we indeed? Well, it's time for us to push on with our next chapter, because of course I shouldn't need to change anything round on our party except for Jean, who has lost his special ring. His special, multiple powerful ring that I've got to put back, because it is basically ultimate power, isn't it? Ultimate power! Pandaleo's been borrowing it, and borrowed the tome too. How could he, you know? We've got to put that back. Ultimate power Jean is exactly what we need in life. The young boy who's like, I just want to heal people. And it's like, no, actually, I'll just spend most of my time killing them. But they're already dead, so it's fine. I think that's how it works, right? It's totally how it works. We do have a variety of other, like, defensive upgrades and stuff in our convoy that I should be using at some point in time here. If I go to, where can I go to for it? Trade, store, manager. It's hard to do because it just makes you go to, I stored my thing. You know, I'm so good at wing. We got 2 speed wings now, several secret books that we could give to someone with like a really strong dex trigger skill, like Sandstorm, to make it even more redonkulous. We got 1 more HP thing, 1 more magic dust at this point in time to divvy out. 2 speed wings are pretty good. 4 Draco shields, 2 talismans, and 3 novice books, and a partridge in a pear tree, I'm sure. So we do need to like divvy these out because that's like 8 defense that's sitting around doing absolutely nothing at all. And we'll probably get some more from the quests we're about to do. So let's get out and do them. You never know what more supports we could actually gain. So we're starting off with a paralog. I think I've ate my food, but I may have not actually like done my exercise at this point in time. Which is fair dues as well, because I actually think there's another level of wyvern riding to do. At this point in time. Skirmish for divine paralogs, 3 of them! This is the perfect time to get supports, but now I'm in the thing. Why is there 3 of them now? That's the bad timing, that is. Anyway, let's look for a paralog. So we got Paralogue the Binding Ground over here, which is advanced class level 10. We've also got Paralogue the Forgotten Shrine, that's Celica's one, which is advanced class level 10. The other Paralogue is level 14, and that's with Marth. So we'll do that one after our next story chapter. So let's go to the Binding Grounds, a place of significance to Emblem Roy. Here the Divine Dragon will face an important trial, I'm sure. We are ready to begin, but we're going to need to switch some rings, because of course, one will get taken off. Maybe Louis gets talisman for more res. I mean, I wouldn't let him get hit by spells anyway, do I? It's just in case. Paralogue the Young Lion begins.
Where are we? I don't recognize it.
It looks like... No, it couldn't be.
Roy, do you know this place?
I may be seeing what I want to see instead of what's truly there. But it's very similar to a place where I once fought an important battle.
Oh, do you mean in the world you're from? Could you tell me about it?
I stood there, my allies at my side, facing down the armies of the Kingdom of Bern. The enemy's commander was Murdoch, who was especially strong, tactically and physically. His battle axe. The power and weight of its blows are etched forever in my memory. It was a battle so grueling, I can hardly believe that I or anyone else managed to survive. But bitter as it was, I hold fond memories of that day as well.
It must be an important point in time for you.
Yes, you could say that. I admit I feel a bit energized standing here. Would you grant me an odd request? Battle me here, in this place.
Battle you? But why?
This place is from my memory, but I believe it is a trial meant for you. Achieve a glorious victory against me, and our bond will grow deeper still. My power will grow, and yours will too. Are you interested?
All right. I'll fight you. And I'll win.
Just translate this game and release it as is. The advanced games look cool. I'll play them in advanced form. Give it to me. Inject it in my veins. Because then we can play the other part of a tale we've already played. The bit that came first. The chicken of this scenario. Now, hopefully there's not just ballistas everywhere, but we'll find out what the gimmick of this map is. Hopefully when we look in, the gimmick is mountains. Lots of mountains. Also dragons. 22 attack these guys have. At least with their fire breath anyway. 17 with fireball, so they're a bit weaker than the dragons we usually face. Stronger axe units, 37 hit, fair bit of speed to them. Roy is all the way back here with his binding blade. Grants defense res +5, can strike close or at range, so we can't really get outside of a free hit with a speed of 28. Oh, okay. Lance Reaver, so great against lances. And Wormslayer. I can whack him with axes, I guess. Which, of course, means we don't want Elyos to be anywhere near. We've got some flyer units off to the side on top of that. He's level 40 because, of course, he's got his level boost and everything. What else does he have? He's got his, he might put the place on fire. That'd be annoying. So we probably want to take him out straight away, as we try to do with everyone. Hold out ++. If unit has 2 or more HP at start of combat, unit always survives combat of at least 1 HP. 2 or more. Okay. So I need to hit him with at least 4 hits. 2 of which reduce him to 1 in one go. He can go advance, used to move 1 space toward a foe that is 2 spaces away and attack. Or and he's got rise above, which grants a level +5. There must be some interesting guys with some items here. We got a meteor tome on this bloke. 3 to 7 range. With 1,000 gold, or the currency of Elyos. Any more goodie carrying guys? We've got Bolganone galore, but of course, literally we can just move one of our res units into there and tank that easily. Same with this scenario over here. Lots of flyers. Lots of silver axe flyers. Silver bowmans. Basically, it's clumps of troops there. Annoying to flyers, annoying to low res units. Looks like all the items on the board are gold. To be honest, unless more troops come out of places, then I don't see too much of an issue at this point. Of course, we've got to go to our unit selection and click off everyone here, though I'm pretty sure some of them would be quite fine in this battle with the levels they've managed to gain. Like, Jade is level 8. She'd probably be quite fine. Especially with Hector equipped. Anyone who attacks her just gets bounced off. It's beautiful. Right, we get our Byleth ring in. Who are our lowest level at the moment? Louis is just ridiculously high level at this point in time with the 49 defense. Yeah, who's like falling behind here? Chloe, Diamond. I say falling behind. They're just a couple of levels behind. Unica. Ivy. Jean's only at 15. We could take Lady Anna again for the hell of it. Tamara's not got a ring on. What the hell? Who stole Tamara's ring? Who did I give Tamara? I think it was Lucy. Oh, I don't know now. Tamara's only 14 as well. Bale will add in too. I can't remember what ring I had her on. And that leaves us with still 3 more units to choose. Alfred, Alchrist. My remaining 2 are both level 17. I feel like I don't really need to field either of them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, wait, I haven't fielded John. Yeah, we'll leave Louis out for one go. That may be a mistake. I don't know. Every so often, we'll leave Guy out. Yeah? Oh my god, what'll I do without Ymera? Oh yeah, Tamara had Roy. That'd be the one. So... who do I give you instead? I can't give you me. Of course, we got Tiki, Hector, Soren.
Hector!
Oh ho!
Oh ho! We'll give you that. And apart from that, I guess Anna's got Soren. I think that'll work out. I think we've got generally everyone we need. We don't have Warp Ragnarok. Although we do actually have Warp Ragnarok if we need it. We've got Jean in for the healing, so we've got Ivy and John for heals. That's not bad. We got Byleth too. We got Lynn, etc. So let's set us up. So ideally, we want to take 2 physical hits. 37 physical attack, 37. Tamara has 32 defense. Definitely take these guys on, Oho style. Can't double them, but actually can. Maybe we should give Tamara some extra defense. Tamara is like one of our biggest frontline units apart from Alfred. And you're doing pretty well yourself. 24 res too. I can't move you closer. What if I give you... I'm going to give Tamara a little bit more defense. I'm sure she won't cap. I'm going to give her 2. I'm just going to make her able to defend against everything here. And then with Hector, she could double anyway. So this is going to be kind of low. I think. Yeah, we'll dub out some stuff there. So we've got Alfred for one side tanking. We've got Tamara for the other side tanking. Should be good no matter what, really. Now, what's the gimmick?
I'm looking forward to seeing how you approach this battle.
I don't know, we split up mainly. I'm pretty sure these are unflyable, right? Oh no, the rocks are flyable. Whoops. I was wrong. I thought the rocks are a bit big, but obviously not. So I need to go to here with Tamara.
Ciao.
Ideally, I want to get attacked by both. Oh, you can't?
Understood.
There is ways to make things work for me, you know? So the Brave Lance gives you a speed down, but because of what you've got and your defense value, what actually should happen here is that because of Hector, she doubles them both and kills them. So let's watch this happen. This is legitimately what's about to happen. Who's enjoying the music? On this side, we've got the pretty much just casters. So I think Jean is the one.
Off I go.
Put Jean there as well. Jean will be just fine.
Any customers?
You're Anna. You're not Jean. I do wonder which way to push. To the right, I'll push Ivy.
I hear you.
Not that far. Because the casters are next after all, and Tamara only has 90 res. It's not terrible res.
What you got?
I might push
I
you.
can fight.
Oh, now it's giving me the tutorial again. That's so weird. It gave me it without Elyos being in here. Oh, it's giving me a different one for Engage Plus. When Elyos adjacent to an ally and has a full Engage meter, you can select Engage Plus to engage with them. And the Emblem Eirika engages with the ally, and Elyos also enters an engaged state. While Emblem Eirika and the engaged ally remain adjacent, Dragon Blast becomes the even more powerful Bond Blast. I feel like we've got a Bond Blast Roy. I'm gonna blast his bonds all over the place. Let's keep you two paired up because that's what you do. And to be honest, I feel like this attacking force is ridiculously powerful and self-sufficient, so I might send everyone else downwards.
I'm ready.
Who do we pop off with, you? Because, to be perfectly honest, we should just kill something on this turn. There is no reason for us not to, because then you can get more points.